So welcome to another episode of A Gentleman and a Pimp. Of course, myself is Mr. Banks to you, or y'all, whatever y'all want to be. That's right, another name change.
Wait.
What?
You what? What's your name now?
It's Mr. Banks to you.
Okay.
Oh. So what's the delay on this?
No. And of course, my boy Pico.
Pico the Barge.
Oh, we forgot to place bets before we got on here about a situation.
That ain't.
Damn.
That's over with.
That done?
I still didn't get my bread from last week though.
It wasn't no bread. It was.
I have said put your $5 on the table.
We-
I was supposed to come up with $20.
Can I get finished this real quick?
Oh my bad.
All right.
That's a little hot up in here.
Of course, my girl Moni in the middle. Simone, Cinnamoni.
Momon.
Always produced by the legendary Tuna Fish and Crackers Productions.
Yes.
And we got a special guest in the house
I
with us
was
tonight.
praising that. Blip.
We got a guest. Our special guest is Juan. I'm leaving the middle part out.
Big Poppy,
Big
Papa Doke.
You want me to introduce him? You want me to say it?
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
Our special guest this evening is Juan Papi Reyes.
She.
Yeah, you ain't need to do
I
that.
can't. All right.
Reyes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Also known as
That's just
Rejuvenated Love.
Baby, without love, you have nothing, baby.
What's going on? How you been, my man?
I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all letting me on the show and the invite. Appreciate that.
Thanks
I'm
for
feeling
coming.
good. I'm a little salty too, but I'm good. How you?
I'm good. So the people who don't know you, of course, if they know you got the Rejuvenated Love and also the Toxic.
I'd rather would go there.
Yeah. I'm straight to the point, my man. You know, you promote Toxic very, very well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tatted on you, my man.
It's a gift.
And the curse, or just a gift,
This is a gift for me.
my man.
It curses for them.
Okay, so no. On a serious note, so you rejuvenated love and Toxic, which you promote in your hats and your shorts. What's the meaning behind it?
Well, Rejuvenate Love was started. I was actually it started from a woman, girl I was dealing with a couple years ago, and I just felt like I was rejuvenated as far as everything. I had went to therapy, started getting a better relationship with my mom, and I met this girl. It felt real good, and I just felt like I rejuvenated. So when I was in therapy, my therapist was like, "Why don't you make some hats? Do what you like." So I was telling her, so I started making the hats, and then it started flowing. About 2 years ago, I was just making hats. I was making shirts. I really started from jackets. I was making spring jackets and
I got one nice joint too.
but I never forget Butter and my man Izzy was like, "Yo, fuck you doing? Go ahead, press that button." So I started making them. The jackets was going like this, boom, boom, boom. But then I got like a little irritated because everybody when you first start something, you want to make everybody happy, and that shit just was like a headache for me. So I stopped everything, and my neighbor Quad was like, "Damn, I need something for every day. I need a hat." I'm like, all right. So I just went in there. I started doing hats with the vinyl. They was rolling. I'm doing like 40, 60. I'm selling. They going like cakes. And then I felt like something wasn't right. So I met my man Smash and Aces. I kept seeing him in there, and I had approached him. He was like, "Yeah, I do embroidery. I do everything." And we locked in, shipping. I got the hat game on Smash ever since. And the toxic hats just come from me being toxic to the women, to life. It's a curse.
Says it so casually,
Right.
so cavalier.
Like, it's not good, but it's not bad. But it's just like
it just is.
it is what it is. Like, they like that shit. Like,
So on the outside looking in, a woman would say Toxic is horrible.
they my number one. I sell a hat to them. They my number one buyers. The women. I just made a hat for a girl. Super toxic on the side. My logo on the other side. Don't get me pregnant on the front.
Don't get me pregnant.
I got 17 DMs. Can I get one?
So the hat says,
Don't get me pregnant.
don't get me pregnant.
Just don't get me pregnant.
Super toxic. But they say they ain't.
Sound like hotcakes.
I got a couple hats from you. I had one of those toxic ones. I forget what's on the front of mine. Just say super
I never,
toxic.
some say I never liked you,
Yeah, mine says I never liked
and
you.
then it's super. It was switch. So I just switch them from side to side. Super toxic on front, or I never liked you on the side. Either way,
It's crazy. All them meanings means something to somebody.
Yeah, but I figure
sure.
too, like, in order to get, like, all right, the main thing is, like, in order to get to the rejuvenate love or the space I'm at, you had to go through these shits, the
Facts.
situations. You got to go through the toxic love. The friends become strangers, strangers become friends. The hat I made about don't trigger the old me. Like,
Right.
all that shit
I
goes
need that
together.
hat. I like that.
They all go together, but nobody want to recognize that,
Right.
realize that. It's not me being toxic. It's just that I was toxic. I'm still in a little bit, but in order to get to where I'm at now,
Right.
I had to go through all them stages. And a lot of people don't pass them stages because they won't progress. They won't go see help, or they just too stubborn and stuff.
All right, so
Can I ask a question? What helped you go through those stages?
I'll
Did
put
you
that
seek
there.
out therapy, or did you just?
Yeah, I went to therapy. I had took off work. I went to therapy. Actually, I was talking to my cousin Cornetta and Verna a whole lot. I mean, they was telling me the right things, but it's just like you got to talk to somebody who don't know you because you feel like you not being judged by your family, but they don't understand you. So I went to therapy and it was good. White lady, I ain't want no black woman.
Why? Just curious.
Just wanted another perspective of life from another side to see
Okay.
did she understand what I was going through.
all right, so people on the outside looking in, and probably us too, we don't. So when you keep on saying therapy, we don't know what your therapy was. We don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know if you feel comfortable. I don't know how you're feeling at this very moment. Vulnerable. I don't know how you're feeling, but I mean, when you keep on saying therapy, I'm with the therapy. Like, what your therapy was? I mean,
It was about my therapy was about like really my mom basically. I was hurt. That shit like hurted me. Hurt me.
so you and your mom went through something.
She just wasn't there. Like I would see my other friends with their mom, or they see me with my dad. Like in the neighborhood, you got some parents, two parents, you got one parent in neighborhoods. Like that's just either with their dad, either with their mom, or they got both.
Right.
So as a somebody that birthed you for 9 months, you connected to that person. You have a connection, no matter how old you get. That's why like a lot of women, they got dad issues is out here, either having sex or they don't take criticism or like order from a man in a good way. They always want to give a little pushback because they don't know how to take that help. When you're only trying to help them, they can ask you, like your girl, whatever, whoever, they be like, hey, you think I should do this and this? And you tell them how to do it the right way. And they do it the whole other way because they pop wasn't around or they never had no man figure in their life. So me, with the women, I ain't had my mom ain't want me. So you think I'm going to trust you or care about you? No, I'm
So
out.
is that why you treated
I'm going to
women
use
the
you.
way? Okay.
I'm going to do what I got to do. And I'm out with no feelings at all. Nothing personal, just I ain't had no love from that area. Even though I had, and I ain't going to say I had women figures in my life, but
But
ain't
the
nothing
mother's
like
different.
your mom.
Right.
It's a difference. And I did have a lady by the name of Angelique Chapman when I was like 15. She been there for me since and still there for me. And I told my mom, like, that's my mom. Like, not disrespecting my real mom, but like, you wasn't there through them times.
Right.
So,
right.
you know what I mean, it was a good therapy really helped me, man. It was good for the soul. A lot of cries.
Yeah.
I got to tell a lot of anger. I got to tell a lot of shit I never told nobody to this particular person because you tell people in your life and that shit be around, and then people start looking at you all crazy because you know somebody done said something. If I'm talking to you, shit nobody else know. Don't ask me no questions about that situation at all. So you had to tell somebody because I only told you.
Thanks.
So, just telling a stranger this and feeling comfortable with them is definitely a blessing that I did that. And maturity. I think every man should do it and woman, if they're going through something. It's worth it. But you got to get the right therapist.
So the therapy, has it helped heal the relationship with your mother, or are you still working on it?
Are we good now? I just know how my mother loves, and I know how she is, so I can deal with it now. And I've been making a big effort to go see her at the job, eat breakfast with her,
Okay.
spend that time. We've been joking more. We've been getting into real details about just everything that happened, and it's really dope.
Can I ask you this too, Reyes? Do you think the healing process had to take action and growth on both y'all, perhaps?
Yeah, most definitely, because she's my mother at the end of the day, so I really don't have to reach out. Mm-hmm. You had me.
Right.
So, but it does really take a growth and both of us to come to this place and this level. And And it's crazy because she lived in my neighborhood. It ain't like she was in another neighborhood. Grew up she works in my neighborhood, Erie Avenue. So it ain't like it's.
So it's funny because I had this conversation with Simone about probably early May around my birthday about my biological father. Like, we ain't that close. But I lived with his mom and dad all my life.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, so her and my uncle had asked me, like, yo, like, what makes you not talk? Like, and not that I ain't mad at him or nothing like that, but I don't feel no need to reach out because what am I reaching out to? I mean, so we didn't have this conversation like multiple times, and I'm like, so before my grandma passed away, she was like, you need to reach out to your father and talk to him. I said, but I'm not his father; he's my father. What am I reaching out to? Then my uncle say, well, you need to be the bigger person. The bigger person of what? Because I don't see, like, I mean, I don't have no animosity or no.
You do though.
But I really don't.
We all say that, not to cut you off. We all say we don't, but it's something in you that's like, damn, why?
Yeah.
No, so I mean, I had father figure. I mean, like, so I had my
Your
stepdad
uncle,
growing
for
up. My
sure.
uncle.
Your
So I
stepdad,
had
your
this, like,
uncle.
meaning, like, and they just took on that role, and that's what I knew.
But
all
deep
my
down
life.
inside, do you ever feel like you wanted your dad, your biological father, to be a father?
No,
You never feel like
No.
you missed out on something because he wasn't.
I feel like
like,
but I thought I didn't miss out on anything. I feel like I didn't lose a beat.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's situation different, but I feel like y'all should talk though. I mean, I ain't saying.
And then you gotta know what you're dealing with. Also, I feel like you gotta know your personnel, and I know what kind of individual he is.
Oh, so you feel like he didn't change?
No, he's no. Change at
Okay,
all.
so if you reach out, it ain't gonna change nothing.
No.
You're saying. Oh, yeah, that's different.
And even his brother knows that. Like, he's not gonna change anything.
Yeah, that's different when you got the details and you know that the person ain't gonna change. This is very, very different. You know, my mom, I ain't know she was gonna change, but it took a while. But I was angry for a long time, and I didn't even know why back then. You know, back then you can't talk, you can't cry, you can't do none of that shit. You gotta be the man. You got to be. You can't cry. You know what I'm saying. So back then I didn't really know, but it was always frustrating when I see somebody with their mom, because I never had that woman love from my own mom. Because it's just a different type of love when it's from your mom. No matter what other woman was there for me, it's just my mom. I like, you need that shit. Like,
But let me ask y'all both this question. You said your mom worked in the neighborhood and she lived in the neighborhood, and your dad, he was in your neighborhood, like he was around, like you could go see where he was at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all feel like that played a big part on it too? Like, y'all right here, but y'all not reaching out to me as a child?
yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's just like damn, we here. Like, I'm gonna see my aunt, my grandma, but yeah, it's
Mom
fucked up.
not pulling up to see you, right? Or you can't go see your mom readily because she's not open to, she didn't want you, so to speak.
Well, yeah, you can say that. Or they just, I mean, when you get older, when she tell me what happened, you got to understand where they coming from. Like she told me, the biggest thing I ever did for you was give you to your dad or whatever, because I didn't know how to love. But your grandma, my dad's mom, she was like, they just had different type of love. It's like, if you mad at me for that, you could be mad at me. I gave you to somebody that was going to make sure you was good. If you would have grew up with me, who knows where you'd have been? I probably been, I don't know where I would have been. Dead, jail, because the upbringing is different.
Right, that's fair.
She wasn't able to give you the life that they
So I
gave
can't be,
you.
I could be mad at her, but I could love her for just making sure I was cool, being with my dad since I was 4 years old.
Okay, so so I live with my grandparents, which is his mother and father, and he came to the house and everything. Just ain't.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Just that.
But it
part
was
of
so
it.
accustomed. Was like
You used to it. It's like,
it was nothing. It was nothing.
yeah, that's bad, John. Yeah, I can feel how you feel. I mean, I can understand why you feel like that.
Okay, so y'all two, man behind the mic and Mo, you having both of y'all parents in the household. Mm-hmm. Did it play a role, or was it a difference?
Yeah, he was there.
Real simple answer. That's the real simple. I'll say this. Yes, I grew up with both my parents in the household. My parents, their 50th anniversary will be next week, as a matter of fact. But it doesn't mean that everything was perfect. my parents both, had their growing pains because they were at about this age when they had us and was taking care of us, still learning life. So yeah, life, we had both parents, but it probably wasn't perfect. It's things I probably missed out on that maybe y'all got from somewhere else. Like, so everybody's
I think
situation,
everybody upbringing was somebody missed something somewhere.
I can't say because both my parents was in the house that I had a better upbringing than you. It doesn't mean that. It just means that's what my situation was.
Because I know, most of our friends, we all had single households. Well, no, outside of my boy Randy, we all had single households. Everybody was.
So he was the only one with mom and pop in the house.
One of our other friends had both their parents in the household.
But you can have two parents in the household and nobody be in the household, if that makes sense.
Right.
Facts.
You just there.
Not when you're getting 2 ass whoopings. Yeah, they definitely there.
Oh, yeah, you definitely got to fill them. Yeah, I ain't gonna.
Wait till your dad get home.
That was a heavy statement in the house. Wait till your dad get home. I had that so many times.
Right. All right, so Pico, I know you all my life. And then your situation is a little different with your mom, and then your pop was like deceased at an early age. So how did that, turn out for you? Like, meaning that you really never got that connection with your father like that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know much about my dad, and I feel like I think he was a hood dude. So if he was around, I probably would have been in the hood for sure, because I'm pretty sure.
How old were you when your parents passed on? Like, how old were you?
I don't know. I was 5, 6 probably when my dad died.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was definitely in the hood. So I can only imagine like what type time I would be on. Like I have a half brother.
Okay.
And I met him, like he's probably like 7, 8 years older than me, maybe. And I went with him like for like a weekend. And this nigga was on Turkey Time, like he's stealing stuff, and I'm like, yeah.
And so he had more of a relationship with your dad.
Well, he was older,
so he had more time spending, right?
Yeah. So, but after that, like I never, I was like, nah, I'm not.
It was cool.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
You'd have been in here with a ski mask.
Yeah. I probably would have been a knucklehead.
Or you with our best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds sometimes. Sometimes you can keep it hood and you just.
Corporate and street smarts.
Yeah, have a little bit of both.
Nah. I definitely, because I think because he was like 7 years older than my mom, 6 years older than my mom. Mm-hmm. So his influence would have been heavier than my mom's influence.
Because he knew more.
Yeah, so she would have deferred to him. Like not at the age where at the young age, but once I started to get older, 6, 7, I would have been more than likely,
Well, come out here and get this pack. Work with us.
Right, right.
Something for
heavily influenced by him. So I don't think it would have been I don't think I would have went. Like I don't think I would have been in Cheltenham. I don't think I would have. I think I would have been down North Philly. Like that's where I would have been because that's where he was, and I would have been probably with his family. Doing whatever he was doing.
Yeah, I could respect.
Yeah, so.
I mean, it just really all depends. Everybody will take different things from different situations. And it's interesting that we've all had different upbringings and y'all have similar things. Likewise, me and Man Behind the Mic. But everybody is different, right? Just because both our parents was in the house, Man Behind the Mic has a very different viewpoint on a lot of things in life.
He also be playing a lot.
No. I know that, first of all, I know his parents very well.
Okay.
Like his mom treated us like we all getting ass.
So where did this guy come from? Where did you?
He rebellious. He rebelled.
We all getting answers from his mother. And she ain't playing none of them games, yo.
He rebelled.
I mean, so that just speaks to how it can turn out any way. You decide who you are as a person.
But I do see traits. Now I do see the traits for sure from my father and me.
Facts.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.